what was in the news. We just passed the stadium. And one of the things that, as you watched here, I was very critical of the fact that the legislature and the governor brought in more gambling into the neighborhoods. In other words, they're going to have these electronic pull tabs in all the bars or some of the bars, and compete against the charitable gambling that's going on. And right now it's saying we've got it all under control. And some of you people who watch this program probably watch Between the Lines. Travis there had one of the senators on who was against the two amendments that I'm very in favor of, that we all should vote yes on. But she was talking about these pull tabs. Well, we think there are these electronic pull tabs. We think they're going to be enough to fund this massive liability on this new stadium for these billionaires and millionaire players. But they don't know. And their only alternative is to put some tax, I guess, on trinkets that they sell, jerseys and that kind of thing. But they don't know if that's enough either. And yet here's the thing in the news that I want you to think about and discuss and call your legislature on, and call the Gambling Commission. And that was this week. We saw that Canterbury Park and the Mystic Lake group there at Prior Lake got together and said they've cut a deal where the Indians don't want any racinos, and they're going to pay the Canterbury Park people $75 million over the next 10 years, provided they don't lobby for any racino. People, here's the whole thing that I'm looking at. First and foremost, the chairman of the board, the Sampson family, we're both, Kurt and I are both from the same hometown. And we were both raised as products of the community. Both Kurt and I were treated extremely well with the people in Hector, Minnesota. And were nourished by them, as well as the old chicken plucker who looks at himself as a Fairfax individual. But it was an incredible community to be nurtured in. And Sampson, incredibly successful in our community and financial, incredible example of what communities should do to stimulate good people in their communities so they don't leave. Kurt Sampson is the star on that. So is Mike Swice, the bifold guy, door guy, and myself. That when it's all said and done, no one in the community would do that, but when you looked at what I was involved in sugar legislation and some of the ramifications there, I'll match their benefits to the overall area, even though we're all three did a lot for our community and our environment. But in this case, the Sampson family should not be allowed to be coercing with the tribes. It's not that they're not wonderful people. It's the fact that we people may need that revenue source in the very near future as this economy has to reboot itself and deflate and a number of things. It is outrageous that our governor and your legislators and mine are not coming to that gambling commission that supposedly has the only final say. Now, shouldn't the governor have final say on this? Shouldn't the legislature have final say? We need to see that that doesn't go through. That we want to start bringing real competition back into the marketplace. And there's ramifications. I'll show you one of the ramifications that affects me personally. In my quest to get this little TV gig off, I've approached Canterbury and said, I want to put some of your races on an entertainment basis on my coming channel here in the Alexandria Lakes area for Selective TV and anybody that gets free TV. And I'm getting closer to that all the time. But they wouldn't give me exclusive rights. And I said, I need exclusive rights. If I get something meaningful going, you or my competition will just outbid me as the low guy in a totem pole. And part of that feedback that I didn't get from them when I keep emailing them is the fact that here we got these casinos that have made tons of money without taking care of all Native Americans. You just had to be the right tribe member and with the right bloodline to benefit big time. But now they want to work with Canterbury on controlling racing as well. And I think it's time we see that these racinos start more gambling, have the opportunity from a standpoint of competing and get these additional gambling out of our neighborhood, and to see in general that we as Minnesota start seeing that there's competition back in the marketplace, and that our leaders start saying, what are we doing for the average citizen? Going back to the Glass-Steagall rules of the 20s and 30s, and these big, rich, successful people can continue expanding their own base, but there is and will be, nor should be, any coercion with their rich buddies like's going on right now here in the state of Minnesota.